Good morning to you. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Doing great. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. You're doing okay?
Yes, sir. I got more medication, up the dosage. And if this doesn't fix, then maybe I will need to get, I don't know the term in English, endoscopy, I think it is. They will put camera in my throat to see what's going on, but it's okay. Yesterday I felt okay with the double dose of the medication and should be fine moving forward,
Jeez.
hopefully.
Yeah,
How about yourself? How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Thank you.
All right.
We got the Catholic Church coming in about 30 minutes.
All right.
So I looked at Jack's Q in the radio to make sure there wasn't anything.
Anything obscene or satanic?
Well, there's nothing I've seen. The only song I could ever find that I ever heard on that might have been that way was "Shout at the Devil" by the Stones.
Which is very tame, right?
Well,
I don't know. Sorry.
I mean, by my standards, it is,
Yeah.
and I have pretty strict standards. But I don't know about the church. I just know my luck. I'll be showing them around and like, this is the radio studio. And please allow me to. Oh my God! Shit.
Yeah.
Trying to get
Right. It would be very inconvenient. And I'm still missing the audio from the news. I will write to Jack if he hasn't sent it to me, just to make sure that this goes out first thing.
Yeah,
Always.
She sent it to me, not yet. Let me see.
Or maybe I have it and I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he sent it to both of us.
You're right. I have it now. I'm sorry.
All right.
And we're still not getting any leads for AI on the ads that I am running. 0 leads in almost 2 weeks now. I'm super concerned about this. I did a lot of changes yesterday to the landing pages. I did the other ads without saying AI, with the automation and workflows and all of this, but still no.
Trying to avoid words like workflow and automation and stuff. That makes people like explode. You know, just explain what that would do for them, and I see some of them you do, but really explain like this is how you will, this is how to speed up your sales funnel.
Okay, so you think I should be much more explicit, right, on my technical terms and all of this?
Yeah, don't use technical terms at all, because because people aren't technical. When I worked in news, they said treat everybody like they have an 8th grade education, which is ideal because I had an 8th grade education. So
okay, this might work actually. Now that you mention it, I'll do some other changes today. Hopefully for tomorrow, we'll have at least 1 lead. Come on. We're getting a lot of visits. We've had 130 visits this week. Sorry, right, 112 visits this week to the AI for Business page, and still no ads. So no ads, no leads. So something is definitely wrong on that landing page. And I did some changes yesterday, but still no luck today. So I'll do some others today. And I wanted to double check with you before doing it that the preferred programs should have a combination of the marketing and AI syllabus.
Yeah.
Okay. This will be only for preferred programs, right? Or for all the AIBs?
I would make them all. I wouldn't use the word AI anymore, just because it seems to be chaos. I didn't realize it was so toxic with people, and I did this morning on AI on the news. It was how AI is impacting jobs, and like 85% of women's jobs are. But it's like, but it also has so much potential. I mean, I would argue that someone who's functionally illiterate, who can't write a letter without understanding how sentence structure and all that stuff, that person worships AI. I imagine, if they learn to use it. And I'm thinking the guy from South Carolina, he probably wasn't the brightest, and it would make him look like a genius if he just did that. I mean, I'm just saying,
No, it's a good example, I think, about for example, Jose. Jose is a great example of this. He didn't even know that AI was accessible to him. He was like, I don't really mess with it. That sounds very complicated. And but we can definitely teach him how to help him to do the storyboard and all of this. He would have been done weeks earlier with his work on the program if he had bothered to learn how to use the AI. But okay, I think I understand where this is going, and
I
I
feel like
think
there's history repeating itself from 1990 with the internet.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly right.
we don't use the internet in our business. We're dentists. Okay. How do people find you? They got a bad tooth. They look outside.
Yeah, come on, right?
We spend money. We spend $18,000 a month in the phone book,
Oh, that's crazy.
and that's always worked for us, and that's what we're using forever.
And the
Okay.
other thing that makes me shake when somebody says that is that you cannot accurately track the results of those $18,000.
Oh, not at all. So
you're just wishing, crossing your fingers and wishing that it will hit.
but again, if I was a realtor, you think I'd go to an apartment, a high-end apartment complex where rents are high and credit has to be good to get in, and you go knock on the doors and say, "Hey man, would you like to own a house? I can help you," right? But none of those people are in the market to own a house. They like their
Right.
apartment. People are in it because they choose to be in it, and so we have to target the right people, and that it takes a while to find them. Speaking of that, how far did you get on the getting the people around here?
Not much. I didn't contact them, but I can definitely get all the info from them.
Did you get the info though? Did you get the?
No, I did not, but I can do so right now. No problem.
Well, it's not a right now thing. It's a pretty long thing to do. I mean, what you do is you go to everybody that has a Torrington address,
Right.
and that's probably 100 businesses, and then the nursery I would say is in your building, in your campus is a school that has a podcast studio that teaches digital social media, that teaches marketing, that teaches all these things, filmmaking, broadcasting, all the stuff that you can use to grow your business, right? That school is right in your backyard. You can walk there, and people come here from Virginia and South Carolina and everything else, and yet you can walk here. So the old Apex Tech thing we talked about, I can't call you. You have to pick up the phone. Why don't you do it right now before you get off the couch and put down the potato chips?
Yeah.
I walk this camp now that the weather's getting nice. I'm walking again, and I run into people all the time. What do you do? Media Arts Center. Where's that? It's right here. But by the way, someone saw the sign. Oh yeah, I saw the sign. I wondered where that was, and I'm like, right here.
So we have a much steeper hill to climb than we thought with these in-person advertisements and spreading the word around about us. In my mind, I thought that okay, at least somebody nearby or something would have at least heard of us, like with Fusion Academy or something like this. But looks like it's not the case at all with this. But I don't expect too much difficulty, John, with prospecting for the Torrington contacts. I have some nice tools that I found while doing the CRG tasks that will help me with this one. And let me draft up the email that we will send to them. And let me change the syllabus also for the AI stuff and make it more marketing and much more tame, sort of, not that technical, so we can start sending it and see what kind of response we get. I expect at least somebody will reply to this.
One good thing about marketing versus like human resources or business or anything is marketing can really, I can tell you the value of a student, right? I mean, the class is like an airline. It takes off no matter what. If I have 2 students or 12 students, it's still going to be the same class. So every student, in addition to the first couple that pay for the course, is profit for us. So if a marketing can show me how I can bring in an extra quality student without any extra effort on my part, through AI, through digital media, through whatever, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna listen to it.
All right. So I will do it. Yeah, I will do the changes to make sure that we show this part on the actual program page that they will be.
It's going to be different for everybody. So upstairs is a dentist, right? I think he's an orthodontist or something. So it's a pretty, orthodontist is like a very expensive dentist, right?
Right.
And by the way, I used to work with dentists. That they love families because if one kid has crooked teeth, it's probably
all
great.
Right.
They probably never brush their teeth. The whole family doesn't brush their teeth, or it's something they inherited. But they all have freaking bad teeth, right? They probably don't get too many people with bad teeth around here. But South Carolina is around the corner. So but what's an average patient worth? it's probably worth more than the visit because they already paid for the facility, they already paid for a license, they already paid for the hygienist, they already paid for their equipment, they already paid for their insurance. Like us, they already got everything paid for. They just gotta get that seat filled all the time. So,
Right.
So make sure the message is kind of custom a little bit to them, or whatever the you can look on AI what their pain points are, what their value is to customer, but you want them to see, hey guys, if you filled your chair with 5 more patients, what would that be worth to you? Because I can tell you it's probably worth at least $25,000.
Right.
So you can take a course, or
a fraction of that price.
Your office manager can take a course for $98.40, and you can fill that patients forever from this point forward.
Right. I guess this would be very attractive for all businesses.
So let's try that kind of email. Maybe that'll get more attention.
Okay.
But I think just AI is just scaring people, and people are scared of stuff they don't know. They just are. That's why we have 50% of people voted for Trump.
Oof. Right. No comment there.
Yeah.
And also, I got some clips yesterday, but I would want to finish up with those clips. I got like 7 clips yesterday from the morning meetings, and I expect to have at least 30 by the end of the day, so I can leave them all scheduled, and we don't have to worry about this evening, afternoon post in between the news and the meeting that we post.
Okay. And again, if you Google Torrington, you'll get every business, which is, again, there's probably at least 10 businesses. Actually, it's probably more than that. Probably at least 10 active businesses in every building, and there's 10 buildings in this complex. So there's 100 businesses we can market toward. And I'm hoping we market to them and nurture them enough. We're all walking around. They're like, hey, I know you. You send me emails.
Yeah, at least, right? Yeah. They will recognize something from us.
Yeah. But again, point out what we can do for them, for their business specifically, not a business, their business.
Their business.
Point out that we're in their building, on their campus, and we're eager to help them out wherever we can. In fact, maybe we could say, if you're interested in doing a podcast, we have a podcast studio you can use for free.
Right. Try out the studio and everything. Try out a real podcast studio.
Well, my thought is they'll like the podcast, then they'll learn more about what we do. So.
All right.
That might be a good introduction too, to introduce the school to them. And I told some people at the networking event yesterday that, and they were like, first they're like, yeah, what do you do, media arts? Yeah, let me tell you what I do, blah blah blah. And then I told them we're in a podcast studio. It's free to the public to use if they book time for it. They're like, whoa, what's that? Let me give a card here.
That's a nice hook, right, for the creative types.
Well, honestly, if I owned a business that wasn't related to this, and I wanted to do a podcast, I wouldn't really know where to start. And I'd be afraid to do a podcast because I'd be afraid to be like this meeting, kind of boring, right, and no good video and that. But if someone said, hey man, I'm in your building, I own a podcast studio, we have a professional suite, we have professional microphones, professional engineer who's on site every day. I mean, heck, we pay for that. Let's get them to, I'm sure Jack won't mind, he would love that. We'll there's not a lot to do for them, but get them situated with their headphones and their thing. People have weird quirks, hangups. They don't like their sound. People who never heard their voice before hate the sound of their voice.
Freak out, right. I know.
And the reality is, first you hate it, then you love it, and then you ignore it, and that's when you are successful. Because when you get to the ignore stage, you can focus on your content and not what you sound like or what you look like, and that's gold.
That's where the magic happens, right?
Yeah.
Like with Rachel yesterday, she doesn't even think about what she's saying for the class, and sorry, from the day before.
Exactly. You get teachers like Rachel. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. I think I can manage this, no problem. And I'll send you the draft before sending it to anybody so that we're on the same page. We'll probably have several versions of this email depending on the service or product that each one.
There should be 100 versions for whatever the business. And I can tell you the business. You can look it up, but I mean, I can tell you almost to a business. If you tell me a business right now, name a random business, I'll tell you their pain point.
Laundry.
Okay. Laundry. Dry cleaner or laundromat?
Oh my God. A dry cleaner.
All right. In an affluent area or in a
affluent.
Okay. Is he in a strip mall?
No, he's not.
Okay. Where's his facility?
it's like sorry, I don't know the name for this in English. It's like
warehouse?
a small plaza, open air. You can see it from the road.
So it's a strip mall.
Okay. I didn't know this was a strip mall. Sorry.
Okay. So a strip mall, the reason I asked this, a strip mall laundromat, dry cleaner is significantly, it's multiples more expensive than we serve you laundromat. Yet the laundromat I go to for dry cleaning, they come pick the clothes up at my house, right? I think they're doing me a service. The reality is that they're doing themselves a service because their facility is in a warehouse, and that's why they can do my shirts for $2.99 when everybody else charges $7.99 now, which is ridiculous. I wouldn't pay $7.99. I just wouldn't wear laundered shirts anymore. I wouldn't even. I might be the smelliest guy in the school. Right? But the $2.99 makes it worth it. I don't care. I got stained, shirt I wore once or twice, got a little wrinkle, send it to the cleaners. So they make a ton of money because their laundry guy picks up clothes from me and my neighbors, takes them to a warehouse. I don't know where it is. A week later, a few days later,
I get to be in a fancy area, right? And they don't pay for the overhead of the front of house and everything, and the reception and the.
Right. So if I'm but in the next strip mall over next to me, there's a laundromat. I had to go to them once because we were traveling and I needed something quick, and I went to him to see if he did it. He did it. It's great, but it was a lot more expensive, of course. But he has overhead, right? His overhead's already the main expense, like us with the rent here, right? That's a huge expense. His machines, I don't know what they cost, insurance, all that kind of stuff. There's a guy working the thing, his girl in the back, there's ironing the shirts. That's all money he's already factored in. So one shirt maybe cost him maybe $1. That would be a lot, actually. Probably a penny. A nickel or something in electricity, right? So it's total profit. So he needs us, right? Now look, let's go to the laundry guy that's out in the boondocks, right? It comes and picks my clothes. He really needs us because the only way I'm going to find him is online,
right?
So the question to ask is like, hey, do you have good customer service? Our students rave on us all the time, right? Well, we brag about it, and we do need to brag about it more and put it on video, right? But maybe he needs people who are, I don't have expensive shirts, but if I had expensive shirts, I would probably want to check out the laundromat somewhat detailed before I have some guy pick up all my clothes and leave.
Right. No, I understand this part. Yes.
So I don't know if people have trust issues with that, but again, if I had expensive clothes, I would, right? Even my clothes now, I mean, they're, my shirts are $50. I give someone 10 shirts, I'm giving $500 worth of shirts. They're going to come back. I don't know, but I know my neighbors use them. He's used them for 2 years. He likes them. He says they're pretty good. So that's where I use it. So why wouldn't they have testimonials like that? Why wouldn't they promote that on YouTube? Why wouldn't they promote it on Google? Why wouldn't they push that out there? Why wouldn't they go after the laundromat up the street that charges more because they're in a strip mall? And by the way, it's not more convenient for people like me. It's less convenient. Right. I have to stop on my way to work, wait in line behind people in the laundromat. It's hot. It doesn't smell good. I'm putting my clothes in front of people. The guy comes to my house. I never see the guy.
Right.
I see my ring cam. My dog barks. I see someone hang something.
Right. Yeah.
That's the best way, right? So when we propose emails like that, that gets responsive. That makes people go, you know what? I am saving lots of money by not having a facility. I need to get all these guys.
All right, this makes sense to me, and I'll try to capture this essence of what we just discussed into the emails that we'll send to each of them. And I'll fly them by you, of course, before I send it to them. And I'll get started with that right now after posting the news. And I'll do the changes to the syllabus also and finish up with the clips for the social media is what I have in my radar today.
Okay. And I would context the line like, I might even ask my landlord to put something out. Free studio access. If you ever want to do a podcast for your business, this is the time to do it. The studio in your plaza. All you got to do is go online and book access. And here's the link to book it. And then you can change the landing page, the page that says book a tour with the director to say tour.
A free studio tour or something like this?
Well, studio use tour, studio use or whatever. Something like that. So people can, I don't want people to feel like we're going to try and sell them something when they come here.
All right. Okay. This makes sense to me also. And I'll send you the landing page with these changes before I start sending that. And I'll tell you how many emails I get And depending on that, I think it's the amount of versions of the email that we'll make, and we can start sending them, no problem.
Sounds good.
All right. Anything else, John, that you would like me to prepare or you would like to see today?
No, I think that if you really target the businesses like this, you always say Charlotte or Charlotte. I mean, that's just freaking just this thing. Our goal, we don't need a lot of business. We need the right businesses, and to be in this plaza and in this area, you're making money.
All right.
Or us, you're selling your house and your car.
Right.
But you're really
on the right path, so to speak.
Yeah, and the people in the right path will invest in their future and will invest in things that they see value in. People in the wrong path very often capitulate.
They dismiss this, right?
Cool. All right. Thank you.
All right. I'll try my best, John, and hopefully we'll get some kind of response with this. I already did the changes to the landing page yesterday. Hopefully this week, by Friday, by tomorrow, we'll see at least one lead from the ads. I'm very concerned. I don't know how to express this, but this is out of the ordinary for me. And I really need to change what is going on the website, but I'll worry about that.
We just talked about changing the content and targeting the right people. That's, I mean, we try that and it doesn't work, then we try something else. But we keep trying. So, all right.
Yes, sir. I agree. I am at your service. Let me know if you need anything else throughout the day. I'll be available.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Good day.